go from there. If he can't, Yodi will be ready to roll, you know. Yodi's played plenty for us, and he's taken a ton of reps, so it's good. Red Zone Day. Questions?
With James Houston, you know, he's kind of fallen out of the rotation a little bit here, but with Aiden's injury, you know, is this an opportunity for Houston to kind of pop back in and make that, especially if you know, as you talked about, maybe playing a little bit differently stylistically to counter that injury?
Yeah, I think there's a chance that he goes to the game here, and there may be a place for him. You know, he's been practicing this week, and you know, it's kind of like, so yeah, there could be a place here, but it's like everything else. I mean, it's about the reps in practice, what they look like, and then even when you get in the game, what do those look like? And if they're good and there's production and discipline, then and keep putting them in, you know. And if it's not, put somebody else in. So, but yeah, this is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for him.
In that same vein, you know, we've now had a few days to see what Isaiah Thomas brings to the table, and the measurables look like they're all there. How has he looked on the practice field going against your offensive tackles?
Well, let me start here. The up downs were good. That always jumps on him, right? That's the first thing that jumps on him. But now he can be ready for the next guy that comes in. He gets to watch them do it. But we like Isaiah. Brad and I both liked him when he was coming out, and it's good. It's still early. He's trying to, you know, learn our terminology, and you know, and I talked with him this morning. I told him, like everybody else, I said, hey, you know, you come in here and learn what we're doing and just continue to develop, keep working. Already like his work ethic, and you earn everything you get here. So you go, you compete, and we'll take it where it goes. So I don't see him being up this week, but I mean, our eyes, he's here for a reason, and that's to get a look at him, let him compete with all those other guys.
You know, it's obviously a big game. It's sort of game of the league, right? Two really good teams, but it's also October, so like,
yeah,
how big is it?
Yeah, no. Listen, it is big, and I think, you know, because it is. It's a division game. They're playing really well. So are we. We're on the road. They've already got a division win, right, against on the road at Green Bay. So, you know, this is big. This is a real big game, and that's the way you have to approach it. This team has caused issues with everybody they've played. And the thing that shows up in the common denominator between all five of these teams that they've beaten is, man, they lose their composure, you know, and communication is not there. And things start going sour, and it snowballs, and it gets worse. And really, nobody's taking them down to the wire, really. And I know the Jet game, there was an opportunity there. But that's what we have to do. We have to take this thing to the fourth quarter and make it a game. And because if you don't do that, it's going to be hard. You're going to be running uphill. So that's really the focus here, man. Keep your composure, communicate, and then you got a battle. It's huge. It's huge. And, you know, a number of these games, it's, you know, well, certainly the Green Bay game early, but it's, you know, you score, get a stop, you score, they turn the ball over, you score, and all of a sudden you're 21-0, and it's like, man, and so then you're scraping for answers defensively on how to stop them, and then offensively you're starting to feel like it's a track meet, so you're completely out of your game plan, which is the worst thing you can do. You know, but that's what happens, and those are the type of games they've been in because they're applying pressure and mistakes are being made, and those mistakes are turning into critical errors, not just errors. Oh, we got to punt it, man. They're massive errors, and they're getting up by 2 scores, 3 scores in some cases early, and about the time you fight your way back, then they pull away again. So it's really never been close, and it is. The turnover ratio is going to be ginormous. With who? I'm sorry?
With that.
Yeah. Well, I think the fact that we've seen this, you know, we saw it twice last year, and because really the core of this unit and the thought behind it is still there, still very much there. There's a couple of wrinkles, and the personnel is better. You know, they have upgraded, but I think seeing this and game planning for it and calling the game against it and making sure you have an answer for everything. That's what you want. You need to have an answer. And as long as you give golf an answer, which in turn gives this offense an answer, then you'll be fine. You got a chance. But if you don't have the answer in place, that's where you get in trouble. And some of these teams, it's happened to them. You get in there and all of a sudden it looks like, oh, man, they got issues, And so we've got the answers. Ben's got the answers. It's set up. It's about execution. But yeah, I mean, here we go, man. Ben, this is third year calling the offense, and then, like I say, third game going against this style. So it is big, and I think it gives us an advantage.
You obviously got the win in Minnesota last year, but historically, the Lions struggled in that building and struggled in the Metrodome. What is it about playing a road team in that environment that's maybe a little bit more difficult than some of the other places around the league?
Yeah, I just know since I've been here, it's a battle going back and forth, and we just made we made some bad plays at the worst times, and they really, it's like I say, the mistakes are one thing. It's when the mistakes are being made and then what it's costing you when you make that mistake, I feel like. And so, look, it's no different. It's a loud environment. As they play pretty good at home, as most teams do. But I think it just goes back to everything else. We got a pretty veteran team, particularly offensively, which is hearing all the, that's where you're really put under fire. The defense is out there, our defense isn't getting all that. Whereas our offense is, we're a pretty veteran group. So I feel like, we'll be able to keep our composure, keep our head about us. And then it's about being patient. We got to be patient on offense. That's hard to say, but it is. That's what you have to do. Who's that?
So we heard the horn through the wall all during practice.
Yeah. Is it annoying? Because the point of it is supposed to be annoying. It's supposed to annoy him.
Just on site, did he get hurt in practice because he set up the day before?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Did he get practice today? Or?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say. Look, if you're asking me, I think it's going to be hard to say he's playing. I think it'll be hard to say he's playing. But I don't want to say he's out right now. I'm not there yet.
Can you tell me about Tim Patrick in just the short time that he's been here?
He's a pro. He's a pro. The way he prepares, the way he works, type of teammate he is, the athlete that he is. Man, he's long. He's got catch radius. He blocks downfield. He's got good hands. Good, strong hands. So there again, he brings a different element to us in the receiver room. He brings something we don't have, which is, man, that's music to your ears if you're kind of building an offense, man. It just gives you a different type of weapon. And then, like I say, he fits right in with our guys. I mean, he's just, he's all in. He's got no problem doing dirty work. We got a lot of stuff we're asking him to do this week. Every week we put more on his plate. We're asking him to do a lot mentally and physically, which is a good thing. So, there again, so now between he and Saint and JMO and Leaf, now you're starting to feel pretty good.